What's up, everyone? Marc Lobliner, TigerFitness.com. Tiger tested, Tiger approved, and we're in the news. Anyway, guys, ESPN wanted to get a hold of me because we are the ones who did the testing on the Craze that, basically the chain of custody was intact. And I want to just go over my part in this. If I am a rat bastard, if I believe that that Craze is tainted. And I'm going to state right now for the record, I'm not 100% jumping on the Craze is tainted bandwagon. I am going to say that the test I sent out to the lab up in Mississippi, no, Louisiana, I believe. I can actually get the exact PSI. The test I sent out came back positive. Now, labs do make mistakes, and that's why we have it sent out to Avamine, which is who DS Driven Sports uses for their testing. And then we're going to do another lab just to compare theirs. Here's the thing. It's like buying water and there's arsenic in it. It's not on the label. Well, I'm okay. Look, I'm a libertarian. If you want to take cocaine and crack and all that, by all means, it's personal responsibility. It's your choice. That's my opinion. Okay, it might be right, might be wrong. You might not agree with it, but I at least want that package you're buying from the dealer to be labeled cocaine, right? I don't want people unknowingly drugged. And I'm not saying that DS is doing this. I'm saying that it's not looking good. I sent out a product to the lab, and let me go over my chain of custody. Detailed version. We heard about a positive test for a substance called ETH in Craze and Detonate. Contacted Ron Kramer, yes, we did, to get the laboratory information from which Craze was tested positive at. We shipped one bottle of Craze and one bottle of Detonate directly to PSI Laboratory to have them tested. Both bottles that we had shipped for testing came directly from our distributor, Europa Sports. That makes the chain of custody as follows. Europa Sports purchased from Driven Sports and Gaspari. Tiger Fitness purchased directly from Europa. TigerFitness.com shipped one bottle of Craze and Detonate to PSI Laboratory for testing. You got that? The test results on both bottles we sent to PSI came back positive for ETH, so we pulled both Craze and Detonate off of TigerFitness.com. So we know there's different labs, different tests. That's what we sent to Avamine. We're not affiliated with either Ron Kramer or Matt Cahill other than them being vendors on our website. So we don't know exactly whose testing procedures are right for this compound. But there is a positive test that came from our inventory, which is why we took it down and returned all units back to Europa Sports. We don't have it in stock, so please don't email me like, hey, I've gotten so many of these. Can I get some more Craze? Look, guys, this is the right thing to do. It is the right thing to do. I spoke to Patrick Arnold. Did I do the right thing? Patrick said, yeah, I think you did the right thing. Now, here's what the ESPN magazine, I'm going to link it down in the description below. For some reason, annotations have been really messed up for me today. Here's the quotes I have, and you can read the entire article. Excuse me. Basically, the USADA scientists aren't the only ones troubled by that finding. This is by Shauna Sale. Tiger Fitness, a large online supplement retailer, pulled Craze from its shelves after an analog called ETH amphetamine turned up in a batch it tested with an expiration date of November 2015. The company made its report available to me. We sent them the lab tests. Craze was our best-selling pre-workout, said Marc Lobliner, the business director for Tiger Fitness. But until someone can prove it's 100% clean, we won't keep it on our site. It's just not worth it. Those are my exact words. There's no funny stuff happening there. And they quoted a couple other people here. Let's see, is this me? That's one poster. We're going down. Okay. As insane as that sounds, at least one other company appears to be following Cahill's lead. Tiger Fitness provided a report showing it also found high levels of ETH in a product called Detonate by Gaspari Nutrition. The finding led it to yank the supplement from its lineup as well. CEO Richard Gaspari didn't reply to a message left at headquarters. I'm friends with Rich, and it sucks that he's involved in this, but we're just protecting our customers at the end of the day. I love Matt Cahill. I love Rich personally. Again, I know people are going to say, oh, if they're putting things in people, I don't know. Look, personally, I like a lot of people who turned out to be douchebags. I have a story about my childhood. I was watching the news one night with Katie when I was 19 years old, and a picture came up. They caught the West Side rapist in Los Angeles. It was my boy Oscar. We spent the night together. No, nothing happened. But, sometimes you could be shocked at what people do if they're your friends. A person's moral compass might not be what you think it is. And I'm not saying that Matt Cahill or Rich Gaspari are the West Side rapist, but I'm saying that, look, guys, I'm still going to stand by them as friends because I do not have enough information to say they did it. They're bad people. I don't have it. I need more lab tests. I need more results. But for time being, it's not on our site. Period. Going on, reading other stuff that's pretty irrelevant because obviously everybody only wants to see my quotes. Just kidding, guys. Just kidding. I believe that might be, I can't find any other ones. That might be the only two things, but I was I was quoted quite a bit. It was pretty interesting to see yourself quoted in ESPN magazine, to be honest with you. It's not the way I'd want to be quoted, but in something like this that affects the industry that's been so good to me, that has been fantastic and helped me get where I am today. I think I would have been successful in other industries, but the bottom line is that, looking at this, I am still in the same position. We're still not going to inventory those products on our site. I believe we were a week ahead of anyone else taking this down from. I see some companies announced they were going to take it down, but they left it up and did a nice little fire sale at the end just to rid inventory. Instead of making money off of it, we took it off immediately. So, take it for what it's worth. We had the best intentions in mind. And don't get me wrong. I absolutely am all for the use of drugs. I think I'm a libertarian, guys. I'm honest about that. But in this situation, when it's taken unknowingly by people, if it is in fact being taken unknowingly by people, that's when I step in and I'm not going to carry it on the site. And that's where we're at right now. So I wanted to thank, now you might read this article. I know my buddy Matt Pearson, who was actually he worked with me in the past. He's actually in the industry. He said it's a poorly written article. And I think it was a bit detrimental to the industry. And they even brought up, the ephedra deaths, which are BS. I agree. But in the grand scheme of things, we keep bringing this on ourselves. And if it's truly tainted, what are we supposed to tell people? We need to self-police. And if in fact, I will say this for the record, if in fact it is found to have knowingly contained this substance, Ron Kramer needs to get a friggin' gold medal. I'm just saying, we keep talking about self-policing and keeping the government out of it and all this. And if this test result is in fact right, which again, I have one test and it doesn't look good. Ron just did a great thing. I mean, think about it. Ron, Patrick Arnold, and everybody involved in this, in testing it, they're self-policing the industry. So only time will tell. We have our other test out. We'll let those results be known. And if that comes back negative, then we got a whole nother quandary on our hands. Which lab is right? And then we need to find another lab and find out the testing procedures. I actually talked to Anthony Roberts about this. And it's a mess. It is an absolute mess. But who would have known to test for this in the first place? So anyway, that's it, guys. Read the article at USA Today. Not USA Today. Read the article. USA Today also did an article. Read the article on ESPN magazine. I'm going to link it down below. And Mr. Shauna Sale, I believe that's how you pronounce the name. A very nice guy, and he quoted me exactly what I said. Wherever the story slanted, my quotes were not tampered with, and that's exactly what I said. And also, the reason I gave my quotes, I'd rather me give quotes about what's really going on than someone just speak out of their butt, get quoted, and make our industry look even dumber than it looks right now. All right, that's why I say go with trusted companies, not saying DS isn't. But don't go with these small little out of their basement friggin' companies that have an inkjet label on their bottle. You got quality companies out there making quality products. All right, guys, that's it. I'm Marc Lobliner, TigerFitness.com. Thank you, ESPN. Again, I thought in the grand scheme of how these are usually presented, this was actually decently down the middle, except for the whole ephedra thing. Marc Lobliner, TigerFitness.com. Being in ESPN the magazine, it's not a game. Here comes the, y'all don't really want it like that.